Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. And today, I always get asked, not just today, but I always get asked, how come I don't do a full aligner course? And the reason why I don't do a full aligner course is because there's really no need. All the information that is there, it's really the fundamentals you need to know. You need to understand basic straight wire, how braces move teeth. That is how orthodontic residents learn. We learn braces first. We learn phase one and airway first. Then we move on to learn aligners. You will never ever fully comprehend aligners, or it's going to take so much longer if you do things backwards. So I really made the decision that I believe you guys need to learn braces and phase one education first, and I teach you just like an orthodontic resident. So I do have courses for those. Plus, it's a little challenging with aligner companies because there are literally dozens and dozens, and each one has different features. It changes like all the time. They're always adding features, taking things away. There's just no way you can keep up with that IP, with those processes, unless you are like working for an aligner company. And I choose not to work for an aligner company because then you can't talk about other aligner companies, if that makes sense. I like to be aligner agnostic. There's a lot of companies out there. Many I've tried, I've seen many other doctors who have tried them and had a lot of success. Some I don't see a lot of success with. I talk about the ones that I see success with. It doesn't mean if I don't talk about it, it's not successful. There are some that have served me legal papers that I cannot talk about, or where we've had legal issues where I just won't even talk about them. So if you don't hear them in my channel, there's a reason why you're not hearing them in my channel. The ones that don't bully me, I'm happy to talk about them as long as they have good outcomes. So that's pretty much where I stand on aligners. So I have two different aligner workflows. I recommend if you want to learn aligners that you learn, like I said, braces and phase one. I'm not saying you got to do braces. You just got to understand braces. That's all it is. You can go to a hands-on course, or you can just learn online, especially if you're not planning to do it. You don't really need to go to a hands-on course. It seems like a waste of time to me. But this is our workflow. And for those of you who are interested in learning aligners and maybe just learning it without branding, a lot of the courses that are out there that are sponsored by aligner companies is just going to be half fluff, half branding, half promoting their brand and why it's better, and not as much learning the fundamentals of how teeth move. I personally believe, in my clinical opinion, it's better to learn the fundamentals, how teeth move, so that you can use any aligner company than just learn towards one specific aligner company, if that makes sense. So, and of course, these aligner companies are making a ton of profit off their courses, and then there's a lot of consultants that are co-sponsoring, right? So I think the problem is once you start to lecture for an aligner company, they make you sign all these documents. And trust me, I've been asked many, many times that prohibit you from speaking the truth. And I've been in that situation before where I was, consultant for an aligner company. This has happened more than once, in my past, where I spoke my truth and I said, I don't think this is good movement. I don't think this is good. I don't feel comfortable talking about this. And they will take away your shares, or they will do all kind of things to you to, prevent you from saying what you want to say. So I like to free my shackles. Anyways, that is the truth, why I do what I do. And this is why I have this workflow. So let's talk about the workflow. So I recommend that you learn straight wire and phase one, first. I have two courses. They're both digital. If you're not really interested in doing actual straight wire in an office, my digital course is more than enough and it's extremely affordable. But if you want to learn straight wire, I know a lot of great courses. If you actually want to do it, we can also teach you. We have a lot of hands-on exercises as long as you buy a Typodont and get the supplies, and I've got that on my website, or I can send it to you if you want the information. But I also know some doctors who will teach you in their office. Like if you actually want to sit in someone's office and watch and learn it physically with somebody, I got someone that'll help you out with that. It's not my person, but I will definitely send you to some people. So once you've taken these courses, they're 27 units. You can do it on your own time. Then it's time for you to pick your brand of clear aligners if you haven't already picked. If you've already purchased a scanner, you pretty much picked for yourself. So you're either going to go the iTero route or you're going to go the non-iTero route. There's two different ways, right? So if you go the iTero route, there are more options. It is a little bit more expensive as a scanner, but there's definite benefits. You should definitely go to my YouTube channel and search by keyword iTero, and you can see all the benefits that only an iTero has. Our offices do have iTeros. That was the route we chose to go, although we do use non-Invisalign aligners as well. So if you go the iTero route, you can use any aligner company. If you go the non-iTero route, unless you're in some countries where Invisalign doesn't care, you're stuck with other brands, which is okay. So I always recommend that you scan every patient in your office for several months, as long as they have teeth, age 6 and up. Get used to scanning. Make it part of your procedure on every single patient. It's great risk management. It's great documentation. It's great education. You don't say, hey, would you like an orthodontic exam? No, you just scan them. We can use it for so many other things. It's just part of your data collecting that you do. You do probing, you do oral cancer screening, you scan. So every year, 6, 7, 8 and up to age 88, I don't really care, pick an age. Obviously if half their teeth are out and they have dentures, no, then maybe we're not gonna do that. But, if they've got healthy teeth that could potentially be moved, and even if you're not sure, do it anyways, because it's a great way to learn. Scan everybody. Now you've got opportunities ready to go. Now you need to also collect a set of photos. If you're going the Invisalign route, we recommend using the Invisalign Practice app because that directly links to their in-face simulator and allows you to use Smile Architect and all kind of other stuff and cool AI resources. It's just going to blow your mind, and the Invisalign Outcome Simulator as well. I highly recommend it. If you're not using Invisalign, then just take your regular 8 ortho photo series. If you don't know what that is, I can send you a template for that and more information. Every patient should have a pano. Ideally, if you can't get a pano, we can take an FMX, or we'll take what you can get. And if we end up starting ortho, we might need to go get a pano for them. As far as the whole cephalometric x-ray thing, don't get that yet. You can cross that bridge later. I have an entire cephalometric x-ray playlist. You can watch that. It's on YouTube. And then once you've done that, I recommend, if you are going the Invisalign route, that you watch my Invisalign playlist. I have over 300 videos just on all the Invisalign features. Some might be outdated, because things change, like I said. But for the most part, I try to update it whenever something new happens with Invisalign. Honestly, if you do this route, you know everything you need to know about aligners, okay? And then we do strongly recommend, once you've done this, once you've collected data on a few months of patients, once you've taken photos on a few months of patients, once you've taken these courses, once you've watched these free videos, now it's a good idea to subscribe to our concierge or VIP membership, just for a few months. Most doctors do 3 to 6 months, some years, because they're just making so much profit. It's just really nice to have someone there all the time. And I've never had a doctor, let's put it this way, who's actually done everything I'm saying here that hasn't profited greatly. But you have to actually do everything I'm saying here. You have to actually implement it. You will profit big time. There are opportunities there. You just don't know that they're there. In many cases, you'll probably refer out, but at least you'll understand why you're referring them out, or you're going to recommend that they refer out. And you're going to give a lot of cases to the orthodontist down the street, and that's totally fine. We want you to find that magic line of what you're comfortable with and what you're not, and to actively make sure every patient in your office is getting orthodontic care if they need it, or at least they're being offered. Even if it's cosmetic, they're being offered it. Maybe they need an implant. Maybe you need to upright the teeth around it. Hey, at least they're being offered it. It's better care than just dropping an implant and having tipped or extruded teeth around it. So you'll be doing more dental work, more restorative work, more cosmetic work if you do ortho. And all your patients are going to be educated about airway habits. It's just going to be a win-win. I've never heard of an office that hasn't succeeded doing this workflow. Hopefully this is helpful. All right, thanks.